pre-colonial economy. Yes, pre-colonial economy, which is portrayed by, the colonialists, as stagnant within inverted comma, as stagnant, STAGNANT, stagnant in between inverted comma, and Indian villages as self-sufficient and isolated. Self-sufficient within inverted comma and isolated within inverted comma. Indian villages as self-sufficient and isolated. Stop. The basic premise of this portrayal, portrayal, PORTRAYL, was the states ownership of all land. States ownership of all land. States ownership of all land. Then the second objective deals with early medieval India saw, or you can say witnessed, appropriation of Indian economy into the global system. Early medieval India saw appropriation of Indian economy into the global system. Indian trade is labeled as peddling within inverted comma. PEDDLING, peddling. Indian trade is labeled as peddling. Stop. Technology transfer revolutionized Indian agriculture. Technology transfer revolutionized Indian agriculture. The role of communication network, ROLE role, the role of communication network to integrate various facets. The role of communication network to integrate various facets, FACETS, of medieval economy. The third objective deals with the role of women. In the production process. Stop. The role of women in the production process is also noteworthy to mention during the early medieval Indian economy. During the early medieval Indian economy. Early medieval Indian economy. So, today we'll discuss these three objectives. So, before discussing, before taking up this topic, so we'll discuss some important dates so far the medieval Indian economy is concerned, particularly from 1300 CE till 1700 CE. So, what is the historical importance of 1296 CE? Please write down 1296 and we'll discuss later. 1296 CE. The second date will be 1316 CE. The third date 1498 CE. Then 1596 CE. Then 1600 CE. Then 1609 CE. 1609 CE. Then 1664 CE. 1664 CE. And finally 1757 CE. 1757. Or I can say in this way 1296, 1316, 1498, 1596, 1600, 1609, 1664, 1757. So these are the dates included. So far today's topic is concerned. Towards our topic is concerned, that is medieval Indian economy from 1300 CE till 1700 CE. Can you tell me 1296? I have said 1296 or 1296 CE. What is the historical importance?
Alauddin Khilji ascended the throne
Yes,
of Delhi Sultanate.
yes, very good.
Sir,
Alauddin Khilji ascended the throne of Delhi and he remained as the Sultan of Delhi till 1360.
Jalaluddin Khilji.
Yes. Buddheswar.
Sir, first Khilji name is Jalaluddin Khilji.
No, I'm not talking of the Jalaluddin Khilji. I am talking of only Alauddin Khilji, because I have already told you. So for Alauddin Khilji is concerned, I have two important objectives. One, his market regulation policy. Second, his agrarian regulation. So I am not discussing about the Jalaluddin Khilji. So I know Jalaluddin Khilji was the founder of the Khilji dynasty in India. I am not talking of that. I am talking of the Alauddin Khilji. So far this topic is concerned. So far today's topic is concerned. Alauddin Khilji and his market regulation policy will discuss, and his agrarian policy will discuss. I am not talking of the Jalaluddin Khilji. So then 1498 say. So yesterday, so during my last part of my lecture, I have told you 1498 say. What is the historical importance? 1498 say. Yes, Gayatri. Yes, Gayatri. So Gayatri will write in this way. So you are right, but we will phrase it in this form. So the Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India. Clear, Gayatri?
Yes,
Hello. Yes. So we will present in this part. So Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India in the year 1498 CE. So then 1596 CE. 1596 CE. What is the historical importance? Budheswar?
Okay, sir.
1596 CE. Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
That was
Gayatri? Gayatri?
so this
The
is the
coming of the
time the
Dutch.
path was built.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about I'm in that part. So, so 1596 is so because the company after the discovery of the sea route to India. So 1596 is the coming of the Dutch. The coming of the Dutch. So Dutch came in the year 1596 C. Then Danes came in the 17th century. We will not discuss here. And 1600 C. What is the historical importance? 1600 C.
Arrival
East India Company.
British.
British
Not
East
arrival.
India Company.
Yeah, not arrival. Budheswar?
East India Company is British, sir.
No, no. So, yes, 1600 C is, so the English East India Company has been formed. The English East India Company has been formed. Or the exact date was 31st December 1600 C. The English East India Company has been formed. So, the English East India Company has been formed on 31st December 1600 C. And who are the Queen of England when the English East India Company has been formed? Can you tell me? This is not in our today's topics, but this is so far the general knowledge is concerned. Who are the Queen of
Elizabeth.
England? Yes,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Very
One.
good, Elizabeth. Elizabeth one or Elizabeth. Yes. So Queen Elizabeth was the Empress of England when the English East India Company has been formed, and the age of Elizabeth, the period of Elizabeth, has been described as the golden age in the history of England. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. The period of Elizabeth or the age of Elizabeth, the reign of Elizabeth has been described as the golden age in the history of England. So far the world history is concerned, we have four important golden ages. So for the world history is concerned, we have four important golden ages. The age of Elizabeth, age golden age in the history of England, the age of Pericles as the golden age in the history of Greece, the age of Augustus as the golden age in the history of Rome, and finally the age of Guptas as the golden age in history of India. So four important golden ages so far world history is concerned. Four important golden ages. So in the year 1600 CE, English East India Company was formed, and after the formation of the English East India Company, they sailed for India, and they reached India in the year 1609 CE. The English East India Company reached India in the year 1609 CE, and can you tell me who was the king, ruler, or the emperor of India when the English East India Company reached India?
Jahangir.
Yes. Akbar's son Jahangir was then the Mughal Empire. Akbar's son Jahangir was then the Mughal Empire. So the English East India Company reached India in the year 1609. So then another company was formed, and that company was French East India Company. French East India Company was formed in the year 1664 CE. 1664 CE. So if we discuss the medieval Indian economy, so we'll discuss here. So from 1498 till 1664, how the Europeans came to India. Why the Europeans came to India? Why the Europeans came to India? And what was the primary concern of the Europeans to come to India? Can you tell me? Why? What is the primary intention of the English Europeans to come to India? Can you
Trade
tell
and
me?
commerce.
Yes, very good. Trade and commerce. Because why trade and commerce then? Why trade and commerce then?
Because they have seen raw materials and are
No,
available in
why?
India. That's why.
Because why? Because India has been named as the country of gold, is not it?
Yes.
So during the ancient period, India has been named as the country of gold. And can you tell me who said India is a country of milk and honey? Who said India is a country of milk and honey? Can you tell me? Yes. Yatri? Who said?
Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
No, not Vallabhbhai. It was Sasigupta, an Indian Priyanka. It was Sasigupta, an Indian merchant. He was in the court of Alexander. And he invited Alexander to invade India. Why? Because India has been described as the country of gold and honey. Gold and honey. And it was the
Please,
Indian merchant was Sasigupta. So, India has been
Sir,
described as the
please say his
country of
name.
gold. Yes. Radhanath, you want to say something? Anything you want to say?
Sir, please say his name.
Please repeat.
Sir, please say his name. Who said India is a country of honey?
Sasigupta.
Okay, sir.
Sasigupta, an Indian merchant. He has been to the court of Alexander and he invited Alexander to invade India. And Alexander asked him why. And the reply of Sasigupta was, India is a country of milk and honey. Milk and honey. Milk you know, honey you know. So for the medieval India is concerned. So the Europeans wanted to trade with the Indian people, as India is the country of gold, and so the Europeans, particularly the English, took a huge amount of money from India to England. That we'll discuss in MHI, History of Indian Economy 2, or in your second year. That is from 1700 CE till 2000 CE. So how Indian economy has been exploited, how Indian economy has been ruined, how Indian economy has been devastated by the English East India Company and the British government. That we'll discuss in the next year. So far the Indian economy or the history of Indian economy is concerned from 1700 CE till 2000 CE. So primarily they came to India to trade with the Indian people. So in this background, we'll discuss the Indian economy from the time of Alauddin. It will be better for you if you write down some sentence of the Alauddin Khilji's concern. Yes, Alauddin's administrative genius. Alauddin Khilji's administrative genius was best reflected in the economic field. Alauddin's administrative genius was best reflected in the economic field. The first was his market regulation policy. And second was his agrarian policy. The first one, the market regulation policy, and the second one was his agrarian policy. So far the market regulation policy is concerned, Alauddin tried to, market regulation policy is concerned, Alauddin tried to fix the rate of each commodity, tried to fix the rate of each commodity from needle to elephant. From needle to elephant. Stop. Priyanka, anything you want to ask? Priyanka? No. So, from needle to elephant. Stop. Special care was taken for the fixation of prices of the essential commodities like wheat, rice, sugar, oil seeds, dress, salt, milk, butter, ghee, vegetables, shoe, etc. Stop. Rates were fixed even for the milk cow, MLCH, milk cow, slaves and prostitutes. Milk cow, slaves and prostitutes. Merchant and sellers detected selling goods or items at a rate higher than the rate fixed. Higher than the rate fixed price were given severe punishment. The cheated seller, SELLER seller or merchant were penalized by cutting same amount of flesh 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 from his body. So this is in brief the market regulation policy. So Alauddin Khilji was the first Mughal empire, first Muslim ruler in India who wanted to fix the rate or the price of each and every commodity. Because why? Can you tell me why Alauddin wanted to introduce the market regulation policy? And that was one of the most important aspect of his economic reforms. And we are discussing the Indian economy from 1300 CE till 1700 C. Why? Because Alauddin maintained a large army. So he maintained a large army. So therefore, he wanted to fix the rate of each and every commodity. Then, for the supervision of the market regulation policy, and if we discuss about the punishment, I have already told you, the cheated seller or the merchant were penalized by cutting same amount of flesh from his body. That was the punishment. So for the Alauddin Khilji's market regulation policy in case of cheating is concerned. So that is the punishment, and the punishment was very severe. The punishment was very severe, and we have come across the what and measure department in the time of the Alauddin Khilji. So for the supervision of this market regulation policy, he appointed a special officer, a speech writer. Alauddin Khilji appointed a special officer. Alauddin Khilji appointed a special officer for the supervision of market regulation called Diwan-e-Riyasat. Supervision of market regulation called Diwan, D-I-W-N, Diwan hyphen, then hyphen, Riyasat, R-I-Y-A-S-T. And the first Diwan-e-Riyasat was Malik Yaqub. So sometimes in civil services you will find a question, and what the first Diwan-e-Riyasat of Alauddin Khilji, and therefore, so I have I have written the name of the first Diwan-e-Riyasat, and he was Malik Yaqub, M-A-L-I-K, Malik, Y-A-K-U-B, Malik Yaqub was the first Diwan-e-Riyasat of Alauddin Khilji for supervision of his market regulation policy. Then Alauddin Khilji was the first Muslim ruler also to develop a sound agrarian policy and introduce new revenue system. This is important also. So for the Indian economy from 1300 CE till 1700 CE is concerned, and Alauddin Khilji laid the foundation of the economic policies or the economic criteria, or you can say in the economic field. So he was the first Muslim ruler in India to develop a sound agrarian policy and introduce new revenue system. So we will discuss about the revenue system. So we'll discuss. So Akbar and his revenue minister Todarmar and Sher Shah were the two important revenue architect in Indian history. Before Sher Shah and Akbar, it was Alauddin Khilji who introduced the agrarian policy. Alauddin Khilji was the first Muslim ruler to develop a sound agrarian policy and introduce a new revenue system. Yes. Then, so in this background, we'll discuss about the economic history in India, or the economy in India from 1300 C till 1700 C. So, from the time of Alauddin, we have come across the village continued remain the basic unit. Please write down this. Village continued to remain the basic unit for administrative and revenue purposes revenue purposes during the entire period of medieval India. During the entire period of medieval India. Village committees was highly stratified, STARTIFIED, stratified on the basis of caste, class, and professions. Caste, class, and professions. And we have and these this we have come across during time of the Letter-Vedic age. This we have come across during time of the Letter-Vedic age. Then, so far non-agricultural, particularly craft production is concerned, the medieval Indian economy reached its pinnacle of glory. Stop. Indian artisans with master skills caught the eye of European travelers. Caught the eye of European travelers. So, this is the second reason why the Europeans came to India to trade with the Indian people. So, this is the second reason why the Europeans came to India and they trade with the Indian people. So, when the Europeans came, I have already told you, first came the Portuguese, then came the Dutch, Portuguese. Who are the Portuguese? The people of
Portugal.
Portugal. Yes, very good. And who are the Dutch? The people of? Can you tell me who are the Dutch? The people of? Priyanka? Who are the Dutch?
Netherlands.
Not. The people of Holland.
Holland.
The people of Holland were famous as the Dutch. Yes, the people of Holland were famous as the Dutch. So they came to India in the year 1596 CE. Then the third came the Danes, D-A-N-E-S, Danes. Who are the Danes? The people of? Can you tell me who are the Danes? The people of? Priyanka? The people of? Priyanka?
Sir, question.
The people of Denmark. Please remember, the people of Denmark. They were famous as the Danes.
Denmark and Danish.
The people of Denmark were famous as the Dutch, but as the Danes. The Portuguese. Who are the Portuguese? The people of Portugal. The Dutch, the people of Holland. The Danes, the people of Denmark. The people of Denmark were famous as the Danes. So they came to India in the 17th century. Then the English, the people of England. Then came the French, the people of France. So these important 5 companies came to India to trade with the Indian people. So in course of time, 3 companies vanished from Indian soil. The first was Portuguese. They were not able to trade with the vanished from Indian soil. I mean, they were not able to trade with the Indian people. The Portuguese, the Dutch, the Danes. The Portuguese, the Dutch, and Danes. So here you will find the remaining two companies, the English East India Company and the French East India Company. So they were there, they were in India to trade with the Indian people. Why? I have already told you. So far the England is concerned, so that was the period of Elizabeth. And I have already told you the age of Elizabeth, the period of Elizabeth has been described as the golden age in the history of England. And there is also a proverb. And so far England is concerned, there is a proverb. And what is that proverb? The sun never sets in the British Empire. Are you aware of the proverb? The sun never sets in the British Empire. Gayatri? Yes. Sun never sets in the British Empire. There is a proverb. British Samrajyare Sujyasta nahi. The sun never sets in the British Empire. And another important thing is that, can you tell me which country has been described as the mother of all seas? Mother of all seas. Samasta Samundrara Mata. Which country has been described as the mother of all seas? Again, it was England. Because the naval supremacy of the naval power was very, and also is very strong in England or Great Britain. So, on one side you will find the England, Queen Elizabeth was the Empress of England, and there is a proverb, sun never sets in the British Empire, and the second is naval supremacy. And on the other hand, if we discuss about the France, who were the king? So France was ruled over by the three important Louis: Louis the 14th, Louis the 15th, and Louis the 16th. Have you heard the name of Louis? Yes.
The King of France.
Yes, King of France. So Louis the 14th. So and he was very autocrat. I am talking of the France. He was very autocrat. So he said, "I am the state." Who said, "I am the state"?
Louis XIV.
Yes, Louis the 14th. Louis the 14th. So you will write Louis 14th, but when you will say, so you will say Louis the 14th. You will write Louis 14th, but you will say Louis the 14th. And there is a dialogue. Who said, "After me, the dialogue"? Who said?
Louis XIV also.
No, not Louis the 15th. After me, the dialogue. Mo pare moha pravana.
It's a Louis XV.
Louis the 15th. And again, the statement of Louis the 16th was, "Oh my God, they have not taught me anything. The sky is fallen on my head." Because during the French Revolution of 1789, he was the King of France. Is not it? So,
Yes.
so on one side England and on the other side France. So now there is the causes of conflict between the English and the French for survival in Indian soil for trade and commerce only. For survival in Indian soil for trade and commerce only. So first came the Portuguese, then the Dutch, then the Danes, then the English, and then the French. So in course of time, when the two important states came, when the two important power came in the name of English and the French, English East India Company and the French East India Company, so the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the Danes, they vanished from Indian soil. So far, the trade and commerce is concerned. They were not able to trade with the Indian people, so they were not able to compete with the English East India Company and the French East India Company. So they were banished from Indian soil. So far, the trade and commerce is concerned. So now the two important companies were there during the time time of the company rule in India. So to trade with the Indian people and find why and how they influence the Indian economy. Yes. So then we'll write about the fiscal system. So far as the fiscal system in North India, please write down. Please write down. So far the fiscal system in North India, this is so far the trade and commerce is concerned. Now we'll discuss about the fiscal system. So far as the fiscal system in North India, during medieval period is concerned, the taxation was harsh. Harsh, and repressive, especially for small farmers. Stop. In South India and Deccan region also, the taxation on farmers was heavy, but it may be noted here that no open revolt of farmers. Was seen.
Sir, no open revolt then?
No open revolt of farmers, means peasants. Farmers, Krusaka Manankar, was seen during the entire period of medieval Indian history. So if we discuss about the fiscal system or the financial system, so taxation played a very important role. So I have not touched upon Chauth, Sardesai. What is Chauth? Can you tell me who introduced that? Chauth. There is a taxation. I have not touched upon that. Chauth. A taxation in the name of Chauth. Who introduced that? Chauth. What is Chauth?
And the production, 1/4 of his production
Yes,
given
very
as
good. Yes, very good. Sasmita, yes, very good. Who introduced that?
Shivaji.
Yes, Maratta role of Shivaji. And another Sardesmukhi, Sasmita. And another Sardesmukhi. So my point is, if we discuss about the yes, Sasmita. Another is Sardesmukhi. So my point here is that if we discuss about the fiscal system, Sasmita, you want to say something? So, if we discuss about the fiscal system of the early medieval India, so, or you can say, total the whole medieval India from 1300 CE till 1700 CE. So, in north, in the south, in the Deccan region also, so taxation plays a very important role, and the taxation was very harsh. So harsh taxation was there during the entire period of the medieval Indian history. If we discuss about the fiscal system or the financial system, so and the most important thing is that so no open revolt. So in the modern Indian history, we have come across several peasants rebellion, several peasants rebellion during the early phase of the modern Indian history. But in medieval India, no open revolt of the farmers was seen during the entire period of the medieval India from 1300 C till 1000 1700 C. So that is so far the fiscal system is concerned. So my point is, if we discuss about the taxation system, here the taxation on the farmers, taxation on the farmers. So it was allowed in Khilji also, who introduced the tax, and and he collected half of the produce. So during his tenure, his period. So peasants, during time of the medieval Indian history, peasants were exploited. So far the taxation is concerned. Peasants, the farmers, the rats, the same thing. Peasants mean the farmers, the rats. So they were exploited by the zamindars and also by the rulers. The zamindars and also by the rulers. So they were exploited. And during the time of the entire period of British rule, we have come across no open revolt was seen during the entire period of the medieval Indian history from 1300 C till 1700 C. Yes, that is so far the fiscal system is concerned in short. Then finally we'll discuss the role of women. So so please write down. This is very important also. So for the role of women in the production process, so for the role of women in the production process up to 1300 C is concerned. So here, so for the role of women is concerned, I have divided into two. One is from earliest time till 1300 C, and the second is from 1300 C till 1700 C. So far the role of women in the production process up to 1300 C is concerned, they contributed immensely. They contributed immensely. Stop. The caves of Bhimbiteka, Bhimbtk, the caves of Bhimbiteka suggest women were involved in fishing and hunting. Can you tell me what is the period? What is the age? Hunting came in which age? Hunting
Stone Age.
come across in which age?
Stone Age.
Yes. More appropriately prehistoric age. So in the prehistoric age, the caves of Bhimbiteka suggest women were involved in fishing and hunting. So this is so far the role of women so far the production process is concerned. Then, write down. During early Vedic period, the women were the members of Sabha and Samiti.
Sir, please again say this sentence.
Yes. During early Vedic period, the women were the members of Sabha and Samiti. Can you tell me what is Sabha and Samiti?
सभा सभा ग्राम को नहीं सभा होता समिति बड़ लोग देखते
कौन समय रे बुद्धेश्वर इन व्हिच टाइम व्हिच पीरियड
ऋग्वेदिका
yes very good so yes let me say so let me clarify so during the time of the Vedic age the two political organizations one was Sabha and the second was Samiti please remember so one was Sabha and the second was Samiti emerged to aid and advise the king and what is the title of the king during the time of the Vedic age
Rajan.
Rajan.
what was yes very good Gayatri so Rajan so to aid and advise the king or more specifically to the Rajan two political organizations this is very important please remember so in the civil services you will find this question so the two political organizations one was Sabha and the second was Samiti emerged and these two political organizations they abolished they done away with during the time of the later Vedic age or later Vedic period why can you tell me so my question is Sabha and Samiti two political organizations so I am talking the role of women so far the production process is concerned so the two political organizations in the name of Sabha and Samiti emerged during the time of Vedic age or Vedic period. But with the composition of Yajurveda, with the composition of Samaveda, and with the composition of Atharvaveda, these two political organizations, Sabha and Samiti, or these two political institutions, more appropriately you can say, the two political institutions in the name of Sabha and Samiti declined, abolished, done away with. Why? Can you tell me?
During
In a single sentence. Yes.
the
During the
society
Vedic period.
became
During
more
the,
complex
and please
and
specify,
it
Gayatri, you are right. Please specify. The king, the Rajan became autocrat. Gayatri, the Rajan became autocrat. So Rajan during the time of the Vedic age or early Vedic age became autocrat during the time of the later Vedic age, and he proclaimed himself as Samrat. He proclaimed himself as Samrat, and Danda or punishment came during the later part of the Vedic age or the later Vedic age. Danda or punishment, or when the king became powerful, when the king became autocrat, he wanted to punish his subjects. He wanted to punish his people, his subjects. So danda or punishment emerged during the time of the later Vedic age. In addition to that, the king used to perform some yajna like Rajusuya, Aswamedha, etc. So the king used to become autocrat, and they used to perform some yajna, Rajusuya, Aswamedha, so on and so forth. These are the some yajnas they perform, the kings perform when they become autocrat. So my point here is that so early Vedic period, so the women, so they were participated and they became a member of Sabha and Samiti, two political institutions. So can you tell me the name of the woman? Here we write the name of the woman during the time of Vedic period is concerned, who became a member of Sabha and Samiti. Can you tell me the name of the woman during the time of Vedic period?
Sir, Gayatri, Maitri, Lopamudra.
No. Sasmita.
गोष्ट विश्वभर लोपामुद्रा
Yes, Sasmita. Gayatri, yes. Radhanath, don't confuse. So Apala, Ghosa, Vishwabhara, and Lopamudra were the remarkable women during the time of Rick Vedic age. You can write down here. So Apala, Ghosa, Vishwabhara, and Lopamudra. They were the women during the time of the Rick Vedic age. And they become the member of Sabha and Samiti. Sabha and Samiti. Apala, Ghosa, Vishwabhara, Lopamudra. Sasmita is right. So Apala, Ghosa, Gayatri is also right. Rather, don't confuse. And Gargi and Moitreyi, they were the women during the time of later Vedic age. They were the member. So they were the remarkable women during the time of the later Vedic age. Yes. Then, please write it. Pali text informs. Pali text inform involvement of women as maid, MAID maid, comma, dasi and domestic workers. Who tells us? Pali text. Pali text, TXTS. Pali text inform involvement of women as maid, comma, dasi and domestic workers. Stop. During the Mauryan period, Kautilya in his famous book Arthashastra, during Mauryan period, Kautilya in his famous book Arthashastra says, women employment on various food production, or in other words, I can say women were involved in various activities of food production during the time of the Mauryan period, as remarked by Kautilya in his famous book Arthashastra. Then, so if we discuss, I have already told you, if we discuss here, one thing I can say. So the historians were not mentioned much on women during the early during the ancient and early medieval Indian history. So this is the role of women or the activities of women in food production. Sorry, in the production process, you can say the food production process from earliest time till 1300 CE. Then we'll discuss in short the role of women from 1300 CE till 1700 CE. 1300 CE till 1700 CE. Yes. So the medieval, please write it. The medieval India during the time of Bhakti movement, you know? Bhakti movement, you know?
Yes, sir.
What is Bhakti? What is Bhakti then? Gayatri?
Sir, ଈଶ୍ୱରଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବା.
Yes, that is what.
Devotion towards God.
So yes, devotion
To
God.
God.
Towards God, you can say Sasmita, devotion, or realization through God's, you can say bhakti moment. And in bhakti moment, we have some bhakti sant, SAINT sant. Like, can you tell me? Ramananda, Ramanuja, Kabir, Nanak, Sri Chaitanya, Tulsidas, Mirabai, and others. So these are the bhakti sants in India, na? Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Ramananda, Ramanuja, Kabir, Nanak, Sri Chaitanya, Tulsidas, Mirabai, and others. They were the bhakti sants. So, if we discuss about the bhakti movement, so due to the influence of the bhakti movement or the impact of the bhakti movement, so the women were not involved in the production process. So here you will find an obstacle. Here you will find an obstacle. Just like during the time of the letter Vedic age, I have already told you, some restrictions were imposed on women for participation, for participation of some religious feasts and festivals of the state. Some restrictions have been imposed on women so far the participation, so far the attendance of some religious feasts and festivals of the state. So similarly, to the time of the Bhakti movement, if we discuss about the role of women in the food production processes, so some restriction have been imposed. So therefore, I say in this way, Bhakti movement became an obstacle. Please write down. Bhakti movement became an obstacle. Obstacle. So far as the role of women, so far as the role of women in medieval Indian history is concerned, in medieval Indian history is concerned, which is also, which is also affected the Indian economy, which is also affected the Indian economy, affected the Indian economy. Then, however, however, women were completely dominant, dominant the spinning and dairy farming. Spinning, S-P-I-N-N-I, spinning and dairy farming, D-I-R-Y, dairy farming in medieval India. In medieval India. So, I've already told you, Bhakti movement became an obstacle. Then, in medieval Indian history, you will find they completely dominate the spinning and dairy farming. So, next. Similarly, elite Mughal women, similarly, elite, E-L-I-T, elite Mughal women were active in foreign trade, active in foreign trade with Dutch and English merchants, with Dutch and English merchants, Dutch and the English merchants. Thus, in short, thus in short, women played an important role. Thus, in short, women played an important role during the medieval period. During the medieval period, and were involved actively in different kinds of work, and activities, different kind of work and activities. Yes. So this is so far as today's discussion is concerned. I plan to complete this within 1 hour. Then I will discuss another 1 hour with you. So sorry, 1 hour and 15 minutes has elapsed. Then we'll discuss. Now we'll discuss if anything or everything so far the medieval Indian history from earliest time till 1700 CE is concerned. So I've already told you that so any academic help you want, please ring me up or call me in the evening hours. That is more particularly, more specially. So after 8:30 p.m. that will be better for me to discuss anything if you have any academic problem with you. Any academic problem, any book you want, or so far the medieval Indian history is concerned here. So in the next year, if I'll take your class, so far the history of Indian, so far the history of Indian economy too is concerned. So far history of Indian economy too is concerned. That is from 1700 CE till 2000 CE. So here I'll discuss a number of historians, a number of economic historians, like Arshida wrote a book, The Economic History of India. So there are specific historians who wrote some books, and that will be benefited for you. Take for example, I have already told you then advanced history in the medieval Indian history. Advanced history in medieval Indian history. You see, what is the title? Advanced history. You see, new light on Indus civilization. That is important. So my point is, these are some books you can refer. So far your question is concerned, so far question answer is concerned, so far your assignment is concerned. Yes. Now we'll discuss, and anything or everything we want, we can discuss. It is not possible. It is not possible on my part or in the part of anybody else to complete the whole syllabus within 6 days, within 6 periods, you can say. So it is not possible. So therefore, I tried my best to touch upon the important aspects so far as the history of Indian economy is concerned from earliest time till 1700 CE. Earliest time till 1700 CE. Yes. Now we will discuss. So Radhanatha wanted to know about myself. I will send you, Radhanath. I will send you in the WhatsApp. That is so far my identity is concerned. Also, for my introduction is concerned. Yes. Anything you want to ask? side by side, in addition to, I don't know what you are doing. So side by side, in addition to history, you should prepare for civil service and all that, because that will be better for you. Civil service, because I'm taking the classes of civil service, some of the institution. So here, so far the general study is concerned, so far the history is concerned. So I am associated with some institution. So that will be better for you. It will it will study, you will study history and prepare for civil service and all that. Yes, Gayatri, anything you want?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
सर मुझे ancient time ऊपर किसी doubt ছিল.
Go. You can
Sir,
here you can ask in Odia also, because if you will ask me a question on Odia, I'll answer in Odia. Yes, tell me.
sir ଆମେ ଯଦି ancient period କୁ history city ଆସିଲା 6th century ରେ ତାହେଲେ ବେଦଟା ଲେଖା ଯାଇଥିଲା କେବେ ତାର କିଛି time period
Be-
କହିପାରିବେ?
Bedo, yes. But say ଗୋଟେ important question ମୁଁ କହିବି ତମକୁ. So ବେଦଟା କେତେବେଳେ ଆସୁଛି? ବେଦ, can you tell me the ବେଦଟା ଲେଖା ଯାଇଥିଲା କେବେ, କେମିତି କହିବା? What is the other name of Gayatri? What is the other name of Veda? The other name of Veda is Shruti. The other name of Veda is Shruti, because they recite Veda, they listen Veda, they remember Veda from orally, from generation to generation. So ବେଦର ଅନ୍ୟ ନାଁ ହେଲା ଶ୍ରୁତି. କାହିଁକି ଶ୍ରୁତି? ନା ସେମାନେ ଶୁଣି ମନେ ରଖୁଥିଲେ, ସେମାନେ ରିସାଇଟ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ. ପ୍ରଥମ ଯୋଉ ବେଦଟା ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଋଗ୍ବେଦ, ତାପରେ ଯୋଉ ଆସିଛି 3 ଗୋଟି ବେଦ ଆସିଛି, ଯଜୁର୍ବେଦ, ସାମବେଦ, ଅଥର୍ବବେଦ. ତେଣୁ ସେଟାକୁ ଆମେ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକାଲ ସୋର୍ସ ବୋଲି ନେଇପାରିବା ନାହିଁ. ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କହିଛି 6th century BC ରେ, ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟପୂର୍ବ 6ଠ ଶତାବ୍ଦୀରେ କଣ ଆସିଲା ନା ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରୋସିଟି ଆସିଲା. ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ପ୍ରଥମ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଅଳ୍ପ ଟିକେ କହିଥିଲି ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି. ସେଥିରେ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କହିଥିଲି ଲିଟରେଚର ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଅଥେଣ୍ଟିସିଟି ଅଫ ଦି ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ ଇଜ ଇକ୍ୱାଲ ଟୁ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି. ଏଇଟା ବି ତମେ ଜାଣିବା କଥା. ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଯୁକ୍ତ ସତ୍ୟତାର ପ୍ରତିପାଦନ ସମାନ ଇତିହାସ. ସାହିତ୍ୟରେ ତମେ କହିପାରିବ ସାର୍ ଆଲେକ୍ଜାଣ୍ଡାର ଇଗ୍ନୁ ଆକ୍ରମଣ କରିଥିଲେ. You can tell this so far the literature is concerned. But ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଇତିହାସରେ କହିବ ସାର୍ ଆଲେକ୍ଜାଣ୍ଡାର ଇଗ୍ନୁ ଆକ୍ରମଣ କରିଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ପଚାରିବି ସୋର୍ସ କ'ଣ? ଯୋଉ ସୋର୍ସରେ ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ଇତିହାସ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ 3 ଗୋଟି ସୋର୍ସ ଅଛି. ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ପ୍ରତ୍ନତାତ୍ତ୍ୱିକ ଉପାଦାନ, ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ସାହିତ୍ୟିକ ଉପାଦାନ, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଅଭିଲେଖାଗାରୀ ଉପାଦାନ. ପ୍ରତ୍ନତାତ୍ତ୍ୱିକ ଉପାଦାନ ଏବଂ ସାହିତ୍ୟିକ ଉପାଦାନ, ଏଇ 2 ଗୋଟି ପ୍ରାଚୀନ ଭାରତ ଇତିହାସ ଏବଂ ମଧ୍ୟଯୁଗୀୟ ଭାରତ ଇତିହାସ ଲେଖା ପାଇଁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରୁଥିବା ବେଳେ ଅଭିଲେଖାଗାରୀ ଉପାଦାନ ଆମକୁ ଆଧୁନିକ ଭାରତ ଇତିହାସ ଏବଂ ସମସାମୟିକ ଭାରତ ଇତିହାସ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛି. ତେଣୁ ବେଦ ପରେ ଆସିଛି ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ବୈଦିକ ଯୁଗର ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟାୟରେ ଆସିଛି 2 ଗୋଟି ହିନ୍ଦୁ ଏପିକ୍ ବା 2 ଗୋଟି ହିନ୍ଦୁ ମହାକାବ୍ୟ. ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ରାମାୟଣ ବାଇ ବାଲ୍ମୀକି, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ମହାଭାରତ ବାଇ ବ୍ୟାସ ବା ବ୍ୟାସଦେବ. ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ଆସିଛି ଲେଟର ବୈଦିକ ଏଜ୍ ବା ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ବୈଦିକ ଯୁଗର ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟାୟରେ. ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ଐତିହାସିକ ତଥ୍ୟ ଭାବେ ନଉନାହୁଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଆମକୁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କିଛି କରୁଛି. ମୁଁ କହିଦେବି କେମିତି ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛି. ଟେକ୍ ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ, ଏନସିଏଣ୍ଟ ପିରିୟଡରେ ଜ୍ୟେଷ୍ଠ ପୁତ୍ର ସିଂହାସନ ଆରୋହଣ କରିବ, ଏଇଟା ବିଧି ଅଛି. ସେଟା କିଏ କହୁଛି ନା ରାମାୟଣ କହୁଛି, ମହାଭାରତ କହୁଛି. ସୋ ଏଇ ଇନଫରମେସନ ଗୁଡା ସେ ଦଉଛି. आउ सेकेंड कथा जिते राजा माने सेमानकर झील को विवाह कराइबे सी गोटे स्वयंवर कराइबे सो एई जिनसटा इनफॉरमेशन से दउची किंतु तार सत्य सत्य आमे जानिया कथा तेणु तुम जो वेद कथा मते पचारल भल किंतु मोर कहया कथा ताको आमे ऐतिहासिक उपादान भावे 100% ग्रहण करि परिबु नाही किंतु किछि जिंस ग्रहण करिबु किछि जिंस ग्रहण करिबु 100% सेति वर्तमान इतिहास रिराइट हवा पई बसची बा रिराइट बा पुणी इतिहास लेखन टाकू आरंभ कर जो जगह भूल अच्छी बा जो जगह ठीक टा लिखा जाए ना मु तुमको आगु कही सारी जे आमे पढ़ु कलिंग वार किंतु अशोक कलिंग युद्ध रे कहा को परास्त कले से विषय किसी वर्णना करा जाए नहीं सो सेटा ऐतिहासिक तथ्य नहीं से आम पाखे बा सेते कलिंग रे कौन प्रकार सरकार प्रचलित थिला से इनफॉरमेशन भी आम पाखे नहीं तो सेति पई किछि जिंस आमे भूल भी पड़ू गायत्री तमे मते कहि परिवो गौतम बुद्धकर जन्म तारीख केते मसिया कहि परिवो मु कहू सुनो
567
आज तमे सस्मिता तमे लेखि नियो तमे देखियो बही रे देखिबो ख्रीष्टपूर्व 566 अछि ख्रीष्टपूर्व 567 अछि ख्रीष्टपूर्व 573 अच्छी ख्रीष्टपूर्व 623 अच्छी चार्टा डेट गोटे लोक कौन 4 थर जन्म ग्रहण कर गोटे थर जन्म ग्रहण कर किंतु आमे पाउछु चार्टा डेट किंतु समस्त ऐतिहासिक एक स्वर रे कहउचंदी से 80 वर्ष बयस बचंती सेठी आउ डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन नाही ए लिव्ड फॉर ए पीरियड ऑफ 80 इयर्स 80 वर्ष बयस बचंती तेणु से जगह सत्यता जो जगह अच्छी आम लिखा सत्यता नहीं लिखा नहीं गायत्री बुझल गायत्री है मत पचारे तुम क्लियर कर दे मोर कहया कथा तुम जो हिस्ट्री गोटे विषय रखीच किसी फंडामेंटल जिनस इतिहास तुम जाना कथा ना से विषयटार पढ़ी खाली सर्टिफिकेट गोटे हासिल कले ठीक हेनी तो फंडामेंटल किसी जिनस तुम जाना कथा जे दीज आर दी फंडामेंटल्स मु से भीतर तुम मानू कही किसी जिनस लाइक कही तुमको टाइटल तुम मन भीतर आगुरी थी ये टाइटल कौन वार बैटल कौन सो से गुड़ा सब पढ़ला फंडामेंटल इतिहास जो स्टूडेंट ऑफ हिस्ट्री इतिहास छात्र छात्री भाव में आम किसी जिनस को जाना कथा जे एटा ठीक एटा भूल कह एनीबॉडी सस्मिता हेलो सस्मिता
यस सर
को किछि पचारिबो तुम कोन करछो पहले मते ना कोन करछो
आई एम अ टीचर
कोंडी
टीचर हाई स्कूल टीचर
कोंडी
गंजाम डिस्ट्रिक्ट दिगोपहंडी ब्लॉक सिद्धेश्वर
हां दिगोपहंडी ब्लॉक यस 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 बहुत भलो अच्छा ये कौन सहाय्य करियो प्रमोशन पई
हाँ आजकल तो जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आसी से जो 5+3+3+4 हिची जो 9th 10th अछि हमर सेथे +2 ऐड हबो ऐड हेले हमको सेठी किछि गोटे चांसेस अछि
ओहो पीजीटी करि के नेबे पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट टीचर पोस्ट पढे हम
हां तापर गोटे क्वालिफिकेशन थिले किछि खराब नाही
यस 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 तमे आ छोट छोट पिला के पाखर रहबनी मु भी चाहे बहुत जेहेतु मु जन टीचर मते सबटु भल लागे टीचिंग प्रोफेशन भल लागे एमो से टीचिंग प्रोफेशन रे स्कूल टीचर भी असुविधा नाही मो बापा जने स्कूल टीचर थिले सो मु टिके अति छोट छोट पिला को सारे मिसिया अपेक्षा टिके बड़ बड़ पिला सहित मिसियाटा टिके बेटर लागे अति छोट छोट काई मिसिया तणु बेसिकली ए जिनसोडा हम जान देले हिस्ट्रीटार ठीक ठाक हबो सो भलो हबो +2 कॉलेज वर्तमान तो रिक्रूटमेंट भी बहुत हो तुम अप्लाई करबा तुम बीएड अछि
यस
नहीं
मु हिस्ट्री जमार क्लास रे पढौनी मु इंग्लिश नहीं छी ଆଉ
हाँ
ତାପରେ ବି ମୁଁ ଇନଚାର୍ଜ ଅଛି
ओ
ସେକ୍ସନ
ठीक अच्छे सब किसी ना सो मोर कहया कथा तो टीचिंग टा भलो समस्त को मु कहबी जदी टीचिंग रे
ଗୋଟେ
रहिबे
ଗୁଡ୍ ପ୍ରଫେସନ ବହୁତ
हाँ
ଜିନିଷ ଶିଖିବାକୁ ମିଳୁଛି
भलो ଗୋଟେ नोबल प्रोफेशन बोले
କିଛି
मु भाबे ଗୋଟେ
ଇଏ
नोबल
ସାର୍
प्रोफेशन नहीं
ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଲାଇଫ ଲଙ୍ଗ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଇଜ ଲାଇଫ ଲଙ୍ଗ
बस बस
ପ୍ରୋସେସ
बस
ଏଇ
लास्ट
ଫିଲ୍ଡରେ
पर्यंत
ରହିଲେ ଆମେ
लास्ट
ବହୁତ କିଛି ଶିଖି ପାରୁଛେ
यस मो रिटायर्ड करी गलेनी मो रिटायर्ड करी गलेनी सो 2024
Yes.
रिटायर्ड करी गली स्टिल देन तो एई भलिया क्लास सेमिनार भला मंद मु रिसेंटली जाइतिले मालकानगिरी जाइतिले मते गोटे सेठी गोटे डिग्री कॉलेज मॉडल डिग्री कॉलेज मालकानगिरी मते गोटे गेस्ट करी डाकितिले गोटे स्पीकर करी डाकितिले ऑन रेलेवेंस ऑफ हिस्ट्री सो मते 4 दिन 5 दिन 2 दिन सेमिनार थिला 4 5 दिन बुलेले कोरापुट जयपुर मालकानगिरी बुली के आसिली मते भल लागिला
My
बहुत
native, Jaipur is my native place.
हाँ जयपुर रे भल लागिला किंतु
Jaipur,
मालकानगिरी टा मते भल लागिलानी मते प्रथम प्रथम भल लागिला कोरापुट टा बहुत भल लागिला आउ
Koraput.
एंजॉय कली तापर जयपुर भी चलिबो एते खराब लागिलानी किंतु मालकानगिरी टा टिके मते ठीक ठाक लागिलानी गोटे छोटो टाउन टा भलिया लागिला एवं एबे रिसेंटली मस आस्ती तो ठीक ठाक मु एंजॉय कली मो पाखरे मते बारी खुशी हले भी से पिला छु आरंभ करी टीचर पर्यंत से तीनटा डिपार्टमेंट मिसिंग करथिले उटे सो रेलेवेंस ऑफ हिस्ट्री एज ए सब्जेक्ट तकर थिला रेलेवेंस ऑफ हिस्ट्री एज ए सब्जेक्ट इन द प्रेजेंट डे सोसाइटी जेरा मत कहते रेलेवेंस ऑफ हिस्ट्री एज सब्जेक्ट इन द प्रेजेंट डे सोसाइटी सेथरे सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी कोरापुट जने आस्ले सोशियोलॉजी रो आ गोटे कोन यूनिवर्सिटी जने आस्तेले पॉलिटिकल साइंस रो एवं मु थिली आई वाज दिस चीफ स्पीकर तो मु एंजॉय कली तो एटा गोटे नोबल प्रोफेशन मु तो कहबी आपण माने को जदी टीचिंग डे रहिबे बेटर हबो यस आओ
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
गायत्री गायत्री कोन कोन अछि कोन करछो
सर मैं पढ़ुछि
जॉब फॉब करनो चली चाकरी खोज चलछि
नाइ सर मोर बीएससी सरला पर मु आर्ट्स नेली पीजी ପାଇଁ କି ତାପରେ କମ୍पिटिटिव ପାଇଁ प्रिपेयर हेबे साइड
बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया बीएससी कौन सरला
आज्ञा
बीएससी प्लस 3 साइंस
सर सेटे रेगुलर छला उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी अंडर रे मु कॉलेज रे करते
तमे से जो कोरेस्पोंडेंस रे करथलो
नाइ सर रेगुलर छला
हां रेगुलर थी यस ठीक अछि देन एनीबॉडी स्वाधीन
आज्ञा सर
को तमे तो पूरा फर्स्ट तमे फर्स्ट मो क्लास को ज्वाइन करो यदि फर्स्ट मो क्लास रे के ज्वाइन करथु सेला स्वाधीन को कोन करछो
सर मो हॉस्पिटल रे अछि
हॉस्पिटल छो
आज्ञा सर
को हॉस्पिटल तमे ए हॉस्पिटल रे पुनी हिस्ट्री को
हॉस्पिटल अटेंडेंट सर
कौन कौन हॉस्पिटल रे एम्स रे
आज्ञा
अरे
सर
एम्स रे तमे अच्छो पुनी हिस्ट्री कोन करियो तुम कोन सुविधा करियो हिस्ट्री
ना
में
सर
कोन सुविधा
मोरो
करियो ना तमे छाडी के आसी
मु चाहे ना मु चाहे एठी रहिला पर भी मु हिस्ट्री रे किछि पढिबा को चाहे
हम बोल जे से बहुत कम लोग करନ୍ତି तम बलिया हॉस्पिटल रहे कि जे हिस्ट्री पढिबो तो सेटा पूरा किछि मिसुनी का सहित
ना सर पूरा अलगा हे जाछि
हाँ अलग है ठीक अच्छे किसी ना अलग हेल्ले किसी असुविधा ना तमर इंटरेस्ट अच्छी हिस्ट्री से बहुत भल बहुत गुड़ा सब्जेक्ट अच्छी तमें तुम इंटरेस्ट अच्छी से भल तमें टिके तम नंबर अच्छी तम पाखे
आज्ञा सर
अच्छी मत गोटे मेसेज करती मोर के एम्स पढ़ेबी जदि मास्टर मैंने खोजे ना किए अच्छी रक्षा करने भगवान न
आज्ञा
करंतु
सर
भगवान न करंतु मु पढ़े बोली बा किंतु स्टिल देन जो हॉस्पिटल कथा कहले समस्त डर लागे ना डॉक्टर हॉस्पिटल ये जगह को बहुत डर लागे स्वाधीन मत गोटे मेसेज कर दो स्वाधीन कर दो बोली तो मु कहता जदि पढ़ी तो कहबे नहीं मोर गोटे छात्री थिला तो स्वाधीन ठीक अच्छे आओ anybody?
sir,
How? Ko Sadhani ko.
actually ମୋ ନାଁ ହଉଛି M ଯାଜ୍ଞସିନୀ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା।
ତମେ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନ କଣ ଲେଖୁଛ?
ଏଇଟା ମୋ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ
ଓହୋ ଏମ୍ ଜାଗସିନୀ
ତାଙ୍କ ନାଁ
ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା। ତମେ କହିଦିଅ, ତମେ ଲେଖିଦବ ମତେ WhatsApp ରେ ମେସେଜ ଟା କରିବ, ଏମ୍ ଜାଗସିନୀ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା ବ୍ରାକେଟ ରେ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନ ଲେଖିଦେଲେ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିପାରିବି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଜାଣିପାରିବି
ସାର୍।
ଜାଣିପାରିବି। ମୁଁ ତମମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆଗରୁ କହିଦେଇଛି, ଯଦି ତମର କେତେବେଳେ ହେଲ୍ପ ଦରକାର ହୁଏ, ଗୋଟେ ଟିଚର ଚାହିଁବ, ଏଠି କଣ କି ସୋ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ରେଗୁଲାର ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟ ଆଦର୍ଶ ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ ଜାଣିଛ? ଆଦର୍ଶ ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟରେ ମୁଁ ଜଣେ ରେଗୁଲାର
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟ ଏଇଠି ହୁଏ। ମୁଁ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ କୁ ଯାଏ, ମତେ ରେଗୁଲାରଲି ସେମାନେ ଡାକନ୍ତି। ତ ଏଠି କଣ ହୁଏ କି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫିଜିକାଲ କ୍ଲାସ ଟା କୋଭିଡ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ହଉଥିଲା, ତେଣୁ ସେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ପାଉଥିଲି ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ, ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲୁ, ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଫିଜିକାଲରେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରୁଥିଲୁ। ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ପିଲା କହୁଥିଲେ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଇଗ୍ନୋର, ତ ଜାଣିଲୁ ଯେ ନାଇଁ ସେଟା ମୋର ଇଗ୍ନୋର ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଟା। ତ ସେ ଭଳିଆ ଜିନିଷ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏଠି ହେଇପାରୁନାହିଁ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍। ତ ତମେ ବି ସେତିକି ରେଫର କରିପାରିବ, ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ ଇଗ୍ନୋର ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପଢୁଥିଲି ବା ଆପଣ ମତେ ପଢେଇଥିଲେ। ସେତିକି ବହୁତ ଭଲ ସୁବିଧା ହୁଏ, ସେଠି ବହୁତ ଭଲ ସୁବିଧା ହୁଏ। ଏଠି ତ ଗୋଟେ ଟିଚରଟେ ଆଉ କିଛି କରିପାରିବନି, ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ସେ ଯଦି ଚାହିଁବ ବୋର୍ଡରେ ଥିବ, କଣ ବୋର୍ଡ ଫୋର୍ଡରେ ଥିବ, ସେ ଟିକେ ପୁଶ କରିଦବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବ ବା କଣ କରିବ। ଯେତିକି ଟିଚର ଗୋଟେ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହେଁ, ଆଉ କିଛି କରିପାରିବନି। ତା ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ କେମିତି ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଜାଗାରେ ପଶିଯାଆନ୍ତି, ନୁହେଁ କି? ତାର ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଜାଗାରେ ପଶିଯାଆନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ମତେ ସେ ମାଲକାନଗିରିରେ ଥିଲି, ମୋ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଡାକିଲା ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ଆସନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଁ ଏଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଯାବତୀୟ କଥା ବୁଝିବି, ଭଲ ମନ୍ଦ ଇଏ ସିଏ। ତ ଗଲି, ମୁଁ ଏନ୍ଜୟ କଲି, ଆସିଲି। ପୁରା 5-6 ଦିନର ଥିଲା ଜଣେ, ଠିକ ଠାକ ହେଲା। ସେଇଟା ଠିକ ଠାକ ହୁଏ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କୋଭିଡ ପରେ ଅନଲାଇନ ସେମାନେ କରିଦେଲେ, ତ ଅନଲାଇନ ରେ ଟିକେ ଅସୁବିଧା ହଉଛି। ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହଉଛି, ଆଉ ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ହଉଛି। ଫେସିଆଲ ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁନୁ କୋଉ ପିଲା କଣ, ବା କ୍ଲାସ ଟା ଭିତରେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁ, ଏଠି ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁନୁ, ସେଟା ସମସ୍ୟା ଆସେ। କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ, ତମେ ମତେ କହିଦେଲେ ଆଇ ୱିଲ୍ ହେଲ୍ପ ୟୁ ସମ୍ ଲେବୁଲରେ ଯାହା କରିବା। ଆଉ ଏନିବଡି? ଆଶାରାଣୀ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
ୟେସ୍, କୁହ କଣ କରୁଛ କୁହ ଆଗ?
ସାର୍ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ ହେଲା।
ଏବେ?
ହଁ ସାର୍ 2024।
କୋଉଠୁ?
ସାର୍ ଗଞ୍ଜାମ ଆସ୍କା ସାଇନ୍ସ କଲେଜ।
ଓ ଆସ୍କା ସାଇନ୍ସ କଲେଜ, ଭେରୀ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଗୁଡ୍।
ସାର୍।
ବହୁତ ବଡ଼ କଲେଜ, ବହୁତ ବଡ଼ କଲେଜ, ବହୁତ ବଡ଼
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ
କଲେଜ।
ସାର୍।
ଦେଇକି ତ ତମେ କଣ କରୁଛ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ? ଟିଚିଂ ରେ ଯିବ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
ହଁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ, ବହୁତ ଭଲ, ବହୁତ ଭଲ। ଏମ୍.ଟେକ୍ କରିଦିଅ। ମୁଁ ବି ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି, ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି ତମ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ନା, ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଏଇ ଇଗ୍ନୋରେ ପଢୁଥିଲା ମୋଠୁ, ମୋ ପାଖରେ। ସିଏ ଜଏନ୍ କଲା ଜୁନିୟର ଲେକ୍ଚରରେ ବିଜେପି କଲେଜରେ, ଏବେ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର ହେଇଯାଇଛି FM କଲେଜ ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର, ତା ଘର ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର ବୋଲି କହିଛି। ତ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପିଲା, ଟିଚିଂ ଟା ରହିଲେ ଭଲ ଗୋଟେ। ତାପରେ ଫାଇନାଲ ମାନେ ତମକୁ କହିବି, ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅଟେ ଟିଚିଂ ରହିଲେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ବେଶୀ ଭଲ ହୁଏ। ଭଲ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଭଲ ଅଛି, କରିଦିଅ 2 ବର୍ଷ। ତାପରେ ଏଇ 3 ବର୍ଷ ଭିତରେ ତମେ ଟିକେ ମନେ ରଖିଥିବ, ଆଶାରାଣୀ କଣ ହବ କି 3 ବର୍ଷ ଭିତରେ ଗୁଡାଏ ଜିନିଷ ବାହାରିବ। ଭ୍ୟାକେନ୍ସି ଗୁଡା ବାହାରିନି ଏଇ 3 ଇୟର୍ସ ଭିତରେ, କମିଂ 3 ଇୟର୍ସ ଭିତରେ ତମେ କେମିତିରେ ପଶିଯିବା ପାଇଁ ତମକୁ ପଡିବ। ତମକୁ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସେଇ
ସାର୍।
ଭିତରେ ସବୁଗୁଡା ବାହାରିବ, ସବୁ ଯାହା ବାହାରି ନାହିଁ ବାହାରିବ, ବହୁତ ଭ୍ୟାକେନ୍ସି ଅଛି। କଲେଜ ଲେଭେଲରେ ତ 60-70% ଭ୍ୟାକେନ୍ସି ଅଛି ଆଜ୍ ଏ ଲେକ୍ଚରର। ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ଲେଭେଲରେ 60-70% ଅଛି। ତେଣୁ ସ୍କୁଲ କଥା ମୁଁ କହିପାରିବିନି, ବିକଜ ମୁଁ ହାୟର ଏଜୁକେସନ ସେକ୍ଟରରେ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା ଜାଣିଛି। ତ ସବୁଆଡେ ପ୍ରାୟ ଭ୍ୟାକେନ୍ସି ଅଛି, ତେଣୁ ତମେ ଚାହିଁବ ଠିକ ଠାକ ହବ। ୟେସ୍, ବହୁତ ଭଲ। ଚନ୍ଦନ କୁମାର, ହ୍ୟାଲୋ। ଚନ୍ଦନ,
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍। ଆଜ୍ଞା
କୁହ
ସାର୍।
କୁହ।
ସାର୍
ତମେ
ଏବେ
କଣ କରୁଛ? ଜବ୍
କିଛି
କରୁଛ?
ନାହିଁ ସାର୍, ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ ସରିଲା। ନା ସାର୍।
ଜଷ୍ଟ ଏବେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା 24 ରେ।
ହଁ, କୋଉଠି କୋଉ କଲେଜ?
ଏଇ ସାର୍ ବିଜୁ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ କଲେଜ।
ବିଜୁ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ଏଇଠି ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଓହୋ, ତମେ କିଏ ଗାଁ ଥିଲା, ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ପଢୁଥିଲ କିଏ ଗାଁ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଜାଣିଛି, ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି। पीजी पढ़ने कॉलेज दी जन का मत जानछि तो से +2 कॉलेज रे जी सुभाष अछि हम जानछि सुभाष म जूनियर प्लस का ठीक अछि तमे तो ठीक अछि तमे कतरे कहे सेटे ग्रेजुएशन सरला ना
आगे
ठीक अछि
सर
ठीक अछि
आपन नंबर सर ठीक कोन
सब करछो
ना सेव
करनो
करनी सर आपन ना
94374
94374
00
आगे
467 डॉक्टर
आगे
संतोष
सर
कुमार सेठी हमर तो
आगे
नंबर
सर
ते तो थिबो ये रे
ना सर
इग्नोर वेबसाइट रे भी थिबो बोधे हम नंबर मु भाबी थिबो बोधे कहना हमको असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन खाता असाइनमेंट पर आसे ना से नंबर रे हमको पठा दी नंबर ता थिबो बोधे नंबर ता थिबो
आपन नंबर तो शो होनी सर सेति पहले
नहीं हबा कथा से माने कहते जे पिलांक पाखरे आपन नंबर अछि ଆଉ ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ଆଉ ଇଏ ଉତ୍ତର ଆସେ ସେମାନେ ବି କଥା ହୁଅନ୍ତି ଆମ ସହିତ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡା ତ ହୁଏ ଜାଣିନି କାହିଁକି ଶୋ ହଉନି ବା କଣ କରା ୟେସ୍ ତମେ ମତେ ଫୋନ କରିପାରିବ ବା କଥା ହେଇପାରିବ
आगे
ହଁ ୟେସ୍ ସୁପ୍ରିୟା
Yes, sir.
ସୁପ୍ରିୟା
Yes, sir.
କୁହ କୁହ
Yes, sir.
କଣ
ମୋର
କରୁଛ
ଆଗ ବର୍ଷ ସରିଲା +3
ଏବେ ସରିଲା
ନାଇଁ 2023 ରେ ସରିଛି
କଣ କରିବି
FM କଲେଜ
ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର
ଆଜ୍ଞା
तुम पढ़ी किए गणेश नायक पढ़ी नहीं
ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ମୋର ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ ଅନର୍ସ ଥିଲା
ताको स्विच ओवर करछ हिस्ट्री को
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
इग्नोर तुम घर वाले सर
ନାଇଁ ଭଦ୍ରକ
भद्रक
ଆଜ୍ଞା
भद्रक कोंडी
ବାସ୍ତବ ବ୍ଲକରେ
बाजदेपुर
ଆଜ୍ଞା
बाजदेपुर तो गोटे कॉलेज थिला एबी कॉलेज बाजदेपुर
ହଁ 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 ଆଜ୍ଞା
तो सेट कॉलेज न करी एफएम कॉलेज केमती
ହେଇଗଲା ତ ଘରକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିବେ ଏଠିକି ଆଉ
तमे कोन टीचिंग रे रहइबो
ନିହାତି ତ ଭାବିଛି ବିଏଡ୍ ଟା କରିବି
बीएड इज
ତ
मस्ट बीएड टा टीचिंग रे रहइबो बीएड टा कर दो टीचिंग रे रहइबो
ଆଜ୍ଞା
गले बीएड टा कर दो बीएड टा कर दे बीएड टा बर्तन एबे गवर्नमेंट डिसीजन नेलानी बहुत गुड़ा गवर्नमेंट बीएड बाहर कर देबे कर दियो टीचिंग रे रहइलो बेटर टीचिंग रे रहो बेटर बाजदेपुर
ଆଜ୍ଞା
यदि तम त बाजदेपुर अपेक्षा त भद्रक ना बाजदेपुर घर जे तमरो तो भद्रक कॉलेज टा बेटर हवा कथा बालेश्वर टा केमती तम भाबिलो मो घर बालेश्वर तो से मैं कहली पचारि
ଆଜ୍ଞା 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 ନାଇଁ ତ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଲି ଏପଟେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଥିଲେ ଘରେ
ठीक
ରିଲେଟିଭ୍
अच्छे
ନା
ठीक
ସେଥିପାଇଁ
अच्छे
ଆଜ୍ଞା
वर्तमान मोर वर्तमान खाली गोटे पॉइंट समस्त को कहबी पुओ झियो समस्त गोटे कहबी तुम जॉब टे कर मु कहूनी आईएएस पाइबो कि आईपीएस पाइबो एक कथा कहूनी जॉब टे कर माने सेल्फ सफिशिएंट तबे हो तमे गोटे टाइम हला ग्रेजुएशन सरला बा जॉब टे केमती करियो सेल्फ सफिशिएंट हो आउ पापा मामा को पैसा मागियार नहीं सो एवं सेकंड हला सो आउ गोटे तमे जे सेल्फ सफिशिएंट हबो माने इकोनॉमिकली इंडिपेंडेंट हबो तो तुमको आ किसी समस्या रहइबो ना तो सेटा भावे इवन तम मन भीतर बागर फागर हबो गोटे जॉब टा न कर सारले तमे से काम शेयर को आगाओ निहाती बहुत बड़ बड़ चाकरी हो छोट चाकरी हो सेटा को इकोनॉमिक इंडिपेंडेंस बोले कहा जाए सेटा को निश्चित कर मोर मोर कहया कथा मु सब समस्त को मो क्लास रे कहे मु 37 वर्ष रो टीचर कॉलेज टीचर तो मु सब पिला को से कहे एवं मु मो प्रोफेशन प्रति भारी मो डेडिकेशन थिला एवं वर्तमान भी अच्छी वर्तमान विभिन्न जगह क्लास वाला डीडीसी सहित एसोसिएटेड मु किछि बही पत्र लेखुची संबलपुर यूनिवर्सिटी करस्पोंडेंट स्टूडेंट्स उत्कल करस्पोंडेंट स्टूडेंट्स ताका पई गोटे क्लास नउची एई पुणी मोर तो 6th ईयर ना तमर सेकंड सेमेस्टर ना कोन सेकंड ईयर क्लास अछि मोर 7/5 रु आरंभ अछि तमर फर्स्ट ईयर ना हेलो
आगे सर
हां त फर्स्ट ईयर सो सेकंड ईयर हमर क्लास अछि 7/5 रु आरंभ होछि
सर सेकंड
ସେଇଟା ଆର
सेमेस्टर
ପେପର
ଅଛି सर ए मे रे ଅଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର
ହଁ ମେର ଅଛି 7/5 ଆରମ୍ଭ ହଉଛି ସେଇଟା ଅଛି ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଅଫ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ଇକୋନୋମି ଫ୍ରମ 1700 ରୁ 2000 ମତେ ସେମାନେ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ବି କ୍ଲାସ କରୁଛି ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ସୋ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ ତମକୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ ସେଠି ମାନେ ଏକାଡେମିକ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟିଜ ମୋ ଅଣ୍ଡରରେ କିଛି PhD କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସୋ ତମକୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ ମାନେ ଟିଚିଂ ରେ ରହିବା ପାଇଁ ତମେ କହିବ ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ଟିଚିଂ ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି ଆମକୁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସେ କଥା କହୁନି ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ନୋବେଲ
ସାର୍
ପ୍ରଫେସନ ନୋବେଲ
ସାର୍
ପ୍ରଫେସନ ସୁପ୍ରିୟା
ସାର୍ ଆଇ
ସେଇଟାକୁ ତମେ
କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍
କର ହଁ
କି କହନ୍ତି କି ଇଗ୍ନୋରେ ମାର୍କ ଦିଅନ୍ତିନି ବେଶୀ ମାର୍କ ତ ଭଲ ଆସେନି ସମସ୍ତେ କଲାବେଳେ ମତେ କହିଲେ କି ଇଗ୍ନୋରେ ମାର୍କ ଉଠେନି ବହୁତ କମ
ନାଇଁ
ମାର୍କ ଆସେ
ସେଟା ସେୟା ନୁହେଁ ସୁପ୍ରିୟା ସେଟା କଣ ହୁଏ କି ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଇଗ୍ନୋଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଲ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ସଂସ୍ଥା ଏଟା ଛୋଟିଆ ସଂସ୍ଥା ନୁହେଁ ଅଲ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ସଂସ୍ଥା ସୋ ଏଠିର ଯୋଉ ବହି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ତମେ ପଢିଛ have you gone through that book ବହୁତ ବଡ ବଡ ଲୋକମାନେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ବହୁତ
ୟେସ୍ ସାର୍
ଅଥରିଟି ମାନେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ତେଣୁ ସେଠି ସାଧାରଣତଃ ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାଇ ହୁଅନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ ଏବଂ ବହୁତ କମ ଲୋକ ଏଥିରେ କ୍ଲାସ ଭଲ ମନ୍ଦ ନିଅନ୍ତି ତମେ କହିଲ ପାର୍ସିଆଲି ମୁଁ ଏଗ୍ରି କରିବି ତ ଯେମିତି ତମକୁ +3 ରେ ବହୁତ ମାର୍କ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ସେମିଷ୍ଟର ଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରି ଇଣ୍ଟରନାଲ ଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରି ସେମିଷ୍ଟର ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେମିତି ମାର୍କ ଦିଅନ୍ତି ବିକଜ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ବହି ଗୁଡା ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ବହୁତ ସୁନ୍ଦର ବହି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ତମେ ଯଦି ଇଗ୍ନୋ ବହିଟା ପଢିବ ତ ସେଟା ବହୁତ ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ କାମ ବି ଦବ ବହୁତ ଗୁଡା ଭଲ ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି ଭଲ ଲୋକ ବି ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ସୋ ସେଟା ନୁହଁ ଏବଂ ଇଗ୍ନୋର ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ ର ଓଜନ ଟା ବେଶୀ ଅଛି ତମେ କହିଲ ମତେ ଖାଲି ତମେ କହିପାରିବ ଯେତେ ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ କଥା ଆମେ କହିବା ତମେ ସାଇ ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ କୁହ DAV ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଶେଖରପୁର କୁହ DAV କୁହ ବଡ ବଡ ସ୍କୁଲ କଥା କହିବ ସେଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଦେଖିବ କେଭି ଅଛି କେନ୍ଦ୍ରୀୟ ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ ଏ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା ଯୋଉଠି ଚାକିରି କରିଛି କେଭି ସୋ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଲ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ କେଭି ହେଲେ ଆଉ କେହି ଖୋଜିବେନି କେନ୍ଦ୍ରୀୟ ବିଦ୍ୟାଳୟ ହେଲେ ଆଉ କେହି ଖୋଜିବେନି ସେମିତି ଇଗ୍ନୋ ଗୋଟେ କରସ୍ପଣ୍ଡେନ୍ସ କୋର୍ସରେ ଇଗ୍ନୋ ତାର ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟର ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ଟା ବହୁତ ବେଶୀ ତେଣୁ ପାର୍ସିଆଲି ମୁଁ ତମ ସହିତ ଏଗ୍ରି କରିବି ମାର୍କ ଟା ପାଇଁ ପାର୍ସିଆଲି ଏଗ୍ରି କରିବି 100% ଏଗ୍ରି କରିବିନି ଯୋଉମାନେ ଭଲ ମାର୍କ ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଭଲ ମାର୍କ ବି ଦଉଛୁ ମୁଁ ତ ଦଉଛି ମୁଁ କହିପାରିବିନି ମୁଁ ବି ଭଲ ମାର୍କ ଦଉଛି ତ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଖରାପ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଖରାପ ମାର୍କ ଦଉଛୁ କଣ ହଉଛି ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅଟାର ମାନେ ମତେ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଡିସକ୍ଲୋଜ କରିଦିଏ ତମକୁ ସିଏ 10ଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ପଢିଛି ସିଏ କହିଛି ଆନ୍ସର एटलिस्ट 2 फ्रॉम each ग्रुप 1 2 3 4 5 ए ग्रुप रू पड़ी 6 7 8 9 10 बी ग्रुप रे पड़ी 5टा शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन 2टा अछि करिया पई 10टा भी शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन 2टा अछि करिया पई सो से जियोटी कोन करिछि ग्रुप ए रे 5टा जगह कर देछि तमे मते को मु कोन करी ए जे इवैल्यूएटर मु कोन करी से 5टा जगह क्वेश्चन ग्रुप ए रु कर देछि तमे मते को मु कोन करी तारे मु कहबी मु कोन कली को
ଆପଣ 3ଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ହିଁ ଆନ୍ସର ଠିକ ଧରିବେ
यस मु 3टा क्वेश्चन को नेली मते से जो रीजनल डायरेक्टर जे कहथिले से मते पचे कहले मैक्सिमम आपण 2टा रो 3टा क्वेश्चन करि परिबे मु 3टा क्वेश्चन से नेली मार्क देली 3टा क्वेश्चन रे क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 एंड 5 जो क्वेश्चन रा करथिला 4 और 5 रे मु लिखि देली नॉट टू बी वैल्यूड attempted in the same section कहीं के लिखली ना सी मते कहया कथा से माने ह्यूमन राइट्स को पढाउछिन हम पाकर जदी सफिशिएंट प्रूफ नथिबो तो हम असुविधा रे पड़ जिवा तो या करा से पिला केते नंबर पाई थांदा पाइलो मु 13 12 ए भया ताको देइतिनी से पाखा पाखी 70 रखि थांदा वर्तमान केते रखिला से 37 38 मार्क रखिला मु जानिनी से जानि की कला कि केमती कला केते बार रखियो सी गोटे 12 13 जन को दबो माने गोटे पेपर रे आउट ऑफ 20 12 13 माने हमें मु 14 पर्यंत जा 14 रु पारेनी केबे वर्तमान जति खाता देखिसी पारेनी 70% ऊपर को जाई सो सेठी कोन हला से पिला केते मार्क पाइला सेटा गोटे असुविधा जिनस रहा तेणु सेटा को देखिया कथा सेटा तुम देखुना ठीक रे असाइनमेंट टा तमे माने गोटे स्कोप रखुन जे गोटे टीचर टा केमती पढ़िबो से कहते आ तुम यूज करबनी प्लास्टिक यूज करबनी से सब जिनस तुम लिख लेजिबल पढ़िया दरकार सुंदर हैंडराइटिंग न हो पढ़िया दरकार असाइनमेंट गुड़ा तुम लिखुच सब बहुत बाजे कर सेटा गोटे असुविधा हो तो ये असुविधा हो सो इन कोर्स ऑफ टाइम आम डिस्कशन कर मत पचारि पार कहीपर अगेन मौसुमी हेलो
यस सर आज्ञा सर
कह कह
सर आमको गोटे किसी टिप्स दियंतु कारण आबे तो एबे रिसेंटली कोर्स टा आरंभ कलु सर माने
हाँ
गोटे
से
क्वेश्चन टा हम सर केमिति टाइप रो लिखिले
शुण
माने आमे तो टोटल 100% मार्क दे माने लिखि परिबुनी ना घोषिकी
नहीं नहीं तुम लिखिपार शुण शुण मौसुमी कहूँ
आज्ञा
गोटे गोटे अच्छी दीटा मॉडल अच्छी गोटे ट्रेडिशनल मॉडल है इंट्रोडक्शन बॉडी कंक्लूजन माने कोन क्वेश्चन टा कोन मागी सो क्वेश्चन टा कोन मागी माने कर मागी क्वेश्चन टा डिस्कस द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन of the people of India during the time of Alauddin Khilji. माने कर क्वेश्चन ना मागी अलाउद्दीन खिलजी सो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन टा हम लेसे लिखिबा सो आमे सेतरे सेटला बॉडी क्वेश्चन टा से मागी गोटे इंट्रोडक्शन रहइबो आ बॉडी टा क्वेश्चन जा मागी गोटे कंक्लूजन रहइबो ता अपेक्षा इग्नु कहूची बा इग्नु रो मॉडल टा मते बहुत भल लागे काहे की ना से प्रथमे कहइबो ऑब्जेक्टिव से बही तुम बही भी इग्नु तुम मेटेरियल जो पाई से लिखा है मु भी जो बही लिखी उत्कल आ संबलपुर यूनिवर्सिटी पिला मान मु भी से भाया लिखी ऑब्जेक्टिव सो 3 ରୁ 4ଟା सेंटेंस भितर तुम लिखिदेल गोटे पिलाटे लिखिदेला से कौन लिखा जाऊँगी यहाँ ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जेक्टिव पर इंट्रोडक्शन इंट्रोडक्शन पर बैकग्राउंड बैकग्राउंड पर बॉडी बॉडी पर लेट सम बुझिपार ना तेणु यहीटा भल पैटर्न टा मु देख सब जिते कही मुझे सब ऑब्जेक्टिव कही मत इग्नु पैटर्न टा भल लगे एवं इग्नु पैटर्न रे मु मो पिला को मध्य कहे मु एतिक दिन माने मु जतले एसोसिएटेड मु भी ट्रेनिंग नहीं इग्नुर मु ट्रेनिंग नहीं तुम जब पढ़ुच मु केमती बही लेखा जीवो यदि पढ़ा जीवो सब ट्रेनिंग मु नहीं तो यही पैटर्न टा भल तुम प्रथम इंट्रोडक्शन टा लिखो गोटे गोटे ये तापरे ना प्रथम लिख ऑब्जेक्टिव तापर इंट्रोडक्शन तापर लिख बैकग्राउंड तापर बॉडी तापर लिख लेट सम माने समरी टा लेट सम माने एमती हेले ठीक सुंदर सुंदर बहुत सुंदर लिखा दरकार नहीं जहाँ क्वेश्चन मागी तुम सेमती लिख गोटे ग्रुप रो एकाथरे 5टा क्वेश्चन कर दबनी तमें देख क्वेश्चन केमती कर जो टिप्स टा मौसम तुम कहल से टिप्स कथा कहूँ तमें क्वेश्चन आग पढ़ीदेल 10टा क्वेश्चन पढ़ी पढ़ीदेव पढ़ाई तुम 10 मिनिट समय नि पढ़ाई जो तुम 10 मिनिट समय नब कि असुविधा ना क्वेश्चन पढ़ीदेल क्वेश्चन पढ़ी सारा पेनसिल छोट छोट अक्षर लिखे जो भल आंसर कर तार साइड लिखदेव 1 माने एक कह सेकेंड भलटा बापट साइड लिखदेव धीरे कि 2 कहीं क्वेश्चन उपर लिखा नियम नहीं लिखिपार नहीं तुम छोटा लिख तापरटा 3 माने भल क्वेश्चन टा सेटा करना सेटा लिखदेव 5 लास्ट से कर तुम कही सारे कह तापरटा 4 लिख तापर 5 लिख मोर कह कथा कहीं ना प्रथमे गोटे भल आंसर जो भल प्रिपेयर कर क्वेश्चन पढ़ी तुम लिख बहुत भल लिख एग्जामिनर बहुत साटिस्फाई सो सी बर्तमान दब 14 मार्क 70% मार्क तुमको दब सेकेंड क्वेश्चन भी से देखला पाखापाखि ठीक अच्छी टिके खराब थे भी किसी भूल ना से 14 मार्क दब थर्ड क्वेश्चन रे सी जो तुम भलटा भलटा टे छाड़ कर से खसब कि खसबनी से 13 14 ना 13 भी दे तापर गोटे खराब क्वेश्चन पड़ी से 12 13 दब बर्तमान लास्ट गोटे भल क्वेश्चन टाक तुम रखीच लास्ट भल क्वेश्चन रखियो सेटा लास्ट तुम छाड़ी बता सी जदि 70 हो नहीं से 70 करने ପାଇଁ चेष्टा करियो इवन 15 पर्यंत 15.5 पर्यंत पड़े जाऊ बुझी पारलो एटा हला
आज्ञा
ट्रिक एमिति क्वेश्चन टा करिवो एवं आउ प्रिफरेबली करिवो क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 सेटी गोटे शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन बहुत पड़ती जा मु जानि छ बर्तमान शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन दीटा क्वेश्चन पड़ती साधारणतः पड़े 5 और 10 5 इन सेक्शन ए एंड 10 इन सेक्शन बी से दीटा कर दबो काई ना सेटी 20 मार्क न थियो सेटी 10 मार्क थियो 10 मार्क रु 7 मार्क दवा पई किछ असुविधा नहीं संग संग दे दबो से 7 मार्क किंतु 20 मार्क रु 14 मार्क दवा पई तबे कष्ट लागि एग्जाम में उठे कष्ट लागि चलो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन रा कर देले तमे आराम रे बेसी मार्क पाई बुझी पाल ना बुझी पाल किंतु जदि न जानि थिबो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन करिवनी सर कोइ जदि शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन करिया पई मु शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन कर देबी मु जाननी आंबो जगह रे तमे लिखिलोनी बायगण बुझी पाल ना बुझी पाल मोशन
आज्ञा 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 सर बुझिली
हां मोर कहया कथा तमे सब तळे एट हला ट्रिक ए ट्रिक टाको तमे जदि यूज करिवो बेटर होबा फर्स्ट बहुत भला क्वेश्चन सेकंड रो नेक्स्ट भला थर्ड भलाटा लिख देबो 5 सेटा तुम लास्ट छाड़िबो सेटा हला तुम्हारा ब्रह्मास्त्र तुम छाड़िबो एमती हले ठीक ठाक हो बहुत बहुत माने ये होनी किछि समय दियो किछि समय देले ठीक ठाक हे दियो बेस स्लो एंड स्टडी विंस द रेस धीरा पानी पत्थर काटे आस्ते 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 कले सब ठीक ठाक हो आउ के रहि गलो
सर 500 वर्ड जो देथिबे टू केते रे पेज होबो की
कोंडा तमे सुनो सेटा हां सेटा अगेन समान को 5 वर्ड रे तमे लिखि दो गोटे सेंटेंस रे तमे केतरा वर्ड लिखुचो 7 कि 8 रखिचो बहुत बेसी लिखिबनी 7 कि 8 ताले तमे 500 डिवाइडेड बाय 7 कि 8 कर देले हेई बनी की बुझी पारना बुझी पारनी टिके कम बेसी हेले किछ असुविधा नहीं किंतु बहुत बेसी हे गेले असुविधा हो 500 वर्ड्स बोले हमें दोचो माने इग्नोर पैटर्न ला 500 लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन टा वर्ड्स में लिखिया असाइनमेंट रे भी से आता है असाइनमेंट घर को आसी से आता है किंतु पिला माने नाम न बहुत बहुत लिखुचंदी लाभ किछ नहीं बेसी मार्क दोनु हमें तेनो तमे ठीक 500 माने एग्जैक्टली सुप्रिया 500 नु सुप्रिया
यस सर
500 माने एग्जैक्टली 500 सब 500 टा भी 600 ही गले किछ असुविधा नहीं 400 हे गले भी किछ असुविधा नहीं किंतु 500 टा 1000 न हो 700 800 न हो तो सेटा असुविधा लगे
सेटा सर गणित परिबारी ना कहतली गणित परिबानी माने हमें तो सब वर्ड गणी परिबा ना केतरा पेज लिखिले ठीक है आसी
ना ना सुनो गणी परिबा नहीं तमे केमती लिखुचो तमे जानि परिबो जे मोर एति प्राय 500 वर्ड्स भीतर है मोर एति हेले 500 वर्ड्स भीतर है जो डेढ़ पेज हेले 500 वर्ड्स है गोटे पेज हेले 500 वर्ड्स है तमे जानि परिबो तम हैंडराइटिंग को नहीं मु कहि दे मोर केति 500 वर्ड्स कतरा हो काई ना अमन को लिखिया पे कहू जतले अवश्य हम टाइप करी फाइनल ताको दोचो जे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट कि आपण 500 वर्ड्स भीतर दियंतो से दोचो सर बहुत बेसी लिखबो 500 टा 600 ने सुप्रिया किछ असुविधा नहीं बट से 600 टा 1000 न 600 टा 1000 न 600 टा 1000 न तेणु या कले ठीक ठाक है किछ असुविधा नहीं जदि जदि से माने मते डाकिवे बा भगवान करिवे मते मोर असुविधा नथिवो मु भी तम संगे नेक्स्ट टाइम रे देखा हो सो नेक्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर अपन देखा हो जदि मोर किछ असुविधा असाइनमेंट नथिवो एवं से माने मते कहिवे देखा हो कि असुविधा नहीं त मते कहि परिवो जते आउ के रहि गरो का से कथा ही पालेनी क्या से कथा ही पालेनी मते पचार मते व्हाट्सएप कर दबो मते लिखि देले तमे तो व्हाट्सएप जदि मते करियो मते खाली लिखि दबो नाटा लिखि दबो एवं इग्नो फर्स्ट ईयर लिखो इग्नो हिस्ट्री फर्स्ट ईयर बस एति मु जानि परि आज दरकार नहीं इग्नो हिस्ट्री फर्स्ट ईयर लिख देला मु जान दे मु सबुडा सेव कर रखि परिबिनी काई मिछ कहबी सबुडा सेव कर रखि परिबिनी इग्नो हिस्ट्री फर्स्ट ईयर लिख देला मु जानि परि ये मते गायत्री मते करछि मते से मागी थिला कोन बही गुड़ा जो पठे ये मागी मु पठे से कौन बही मेडियावल इंडिया रे मु पढ़ी बा कोन इंपोर्टेंट हो पढ़ी पढ़ी पार किसी असुविधा नहीं टीचर टे तुम मान को साहय कर किसी असुविधा नहीं पार मु 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 पर्सनली चाहे मो अंडर 3 जन पीएचडी करछंती मु ताको भाई ठीक समय देबी एबे विभिन्न जगह क्लास नउची विभिन्न जगह क्लास नउची मते पाई पार सिकले असुविधा नहीं
सर
को गायत्री को
सर अपन जो पहले फास्ट माने बाछी की गोटे फास्ट वाला सेकंड वाला थो थर्ड वाला को 5 नंबर रखियो सेट सेमती जदी करू सेक्शन वाइज सीरियली जदी नंबर न रहबो क्वेश्चन रो आ सेक्शन पर से प्रॉब्लम हो कि
ना सब सेक्शन गायत्री पढ़े गायत्री सब सेक्शन पढ़े से शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन ता केते नंबर रे पड़िबो सेटा ओलट पाल नहीं पारे सब सेक्शन पढ़े सेक्शन इज अ मस्ट सेक्शन ए एंड बी एवं साधारणतः वर्तमान हम कते कि खाता देखिले असाइनमेंट देखिले खाता और असाइनमेंट देखिले से सबुथिरे अछि राइट 5 क्वेश्चन आंसर्स at least 2 from each group at least 2 from a group एमती आंसर था मोबाइल नहीं मैं तुमको जणा दियो कि कोनटा तार क्वेश्चन ता केमती होए से क्वेश्चन ता नहीं मोबाइल कोनी मिसप्लेस हे छी मुझे दे पाइब के त मु जणा देबी जे केमती क्वेश्चन ता पढ़े सुन एमती लिखा है सेक्शन दिला पड़िबा हां हां को गायत्री
क्वेश्चन मते फर्स्ट नंबर क्वेश्चन तापर 2 नंबर पे 3 नंबर क्वेश्चन पढ़ियार अछि ताले हम 3 नंबर को कोन लास्ट को रखि पारिबे माने क्वेश्चन हिसाब रे 5 नंबर रे करबे
हां 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 तो जोटा भल लागियो सेटा करियो जोटा भल लागियो सेटा करियो जोटा भल लागियो सेटा
3 नंबर क्वेश्चन रे ए सेक्शन
मते हो हो जो सेक्शन थिले कोन समुदाय तो तमे गोटे सेक्शन 2 करियो गोटे सेक्शन 3 करियो गोटे सेक्शन रो 2टा क्वेश्चन करियो गोटे सेक्शन रो 3टा क्वेश्चन करियो जोटा असुविधा हला कोन गोटे सेक्शन रो 2टा करियो गोटे 3टा करियो से सेक्शन रे ए रो 3टा कलो मन कर सेक्शन बी रो 3टा कलो किछ असुविधा नाही तुम बुझी पालो नी मोबाइल रे क्वेश्चन नाही मु तुम जणी दै थांती क्वेश्चन रखले जणी दै थांती बुझी पालो गायत्री बुझिलो
सर मन कर सेक्शन ए रू सेंती 3टा करबा सर कंपलसरी नाही सर
ना नहीं कंपलसरी नहीं अति कम रे 2टा करियो
आज्ञा नहीं मन कर हमरो सेक्शन ए रू आसुची 2टा आसुची सेक्शन बी रू 3टा आसुची मन कर
हां किछ असुविधा नहीं सेटा तो डायरेक्शन थिबो गोटे सेक्शन नु अति कम रे 2 गोटी क्वेश्चन करिया पे डायरेक्शन थिबो
ओके
बुझी पालो सेटा थिबो डायरेक्शन तेनो गोटे तम इच्छा तमरा ऑप्शन गोटे सेक्शन कोनटा तम 2 करियो कोनटा 3 करियो सेटा तम ऑप्शन हला नेक्स्ट मते पचार नेक्स्ट मते पचार जो क्वेश्चन ता मते जहा असुविधा अछि से क्वेश्चन ता मते पचारि पाइबो तमे टेक फॉर एग्जांपल मु तम कहूची कोन करा जो ना क्वेश्चन ता केमती करूचो मु जेम तम कहली इग्नो मॉडल so सेटा प्लीज फॉलो द इग्नो मॉडल व्हाट इज इग्नो मॉडल the first is objective 2 to sentences you write your objectives in 2 to 3 sentences then the second is introduction so in each and every topic I have said the first is objective the second is introduction the third is background the fourth is body last is let's sum up means let's sum up means conclusion so this will a better इग्नो मॉडल इज ए बेटर मॉडल मु मो पिला को मु टीचर थिले मो पिला को सेरा कहउतली से मॉडल तमे कले बेटर हो क्वेश्चन साधारण तो जेमति डायरेक्शन देई थिबो से तुमको से डायरेक्शन मानिया पई पड़े तुम कहतिबो आंसर एनी 5 क्वेश्चन selecting at least 2 from a group तमे जदी 5टा जाको गोटे ग्रुप रो कर दबो एग्जामिनर कोन करिवो ताको असुविधा हो जे 3टा क्वेश्चन दबो मैक्सिमम सो सेटा तमे जानिया कथा तमे कॉरेस्पोंडेंस रो अछो तमे जेडा जानो कोनटा कहूची डायरेक्शन कोन दबो से डायरेक्शन ता को जानिया कथा एवं तमर कॉन्सेप्ट जोड़ा बुझी पार तुम पचार लास्ट टाइम कहूँ आम 10 मिनट 15 मिनट 20 मिनट रखा जे आम बुझापी जीवा ऑल द बेस्ट थैंक यू जीवा
थैंक यू सर थैंक यू
ऑल द बेस्ट थैंक यू बाय 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 नमस्कार बाय नमस्कार